The world thought it was over at the cross, but Jesus wasn't finished. He stormed the gates of hell, not in defeat, but in power, to rescue the forgotten. What if the greatest champion in history didn't just defeat death, but stormed hell's gates itself to rescue the forgotten? As the world went silent at the base of the cross, where Jesus exhaled his final breath, the Savior of all humanity set out on an unimaginable and daring mission before rising again in glory. This was not an ordinary event, but a heavenly quest cutting through the divide between death and life. He stepped into the black depths of a realm few dare to imagine, a realm called hell. Picture this fiery realm as a massive, endless hollow, a bottomless pit swallowed in thick, endless darkness. It was a place where hope was just a faint echo, the air trembling with ghostly groans and far-off screams. Shadows twisted in the distance, heavy and suffocating, like darkness made real, wrapping around any sign of light that tried to break through. Demons rose from the shadows with eyes like glowing embers. Their raspy snarls echoed through the space, while shapeless spirits paced, their forms flickering in the fog. To walk into this realm meant facing terror itself, something that would shake even the strongest soul. But Jesus Christ walked forward, determined by a divine calling. His presence lit up the dark like a torch in a storm. His heart beat with holy bravery, and from him came a radiant, pure light. Hell trembled at his coming. Its shadows pulled back like they had been hit by force. The air tightened as the armies of evil sensed the storm arriving. As Jesus moved forward, the darkness rose to fight. A black churning wave tried to choke his brilliance. Black tendrils whipped out, spitting like snakes, but they stood no chance against the light pouring from him. Each stride declared victory. His radiance sliced through the murk like a sword through fabric. The shadows howled in fury and dread. They broke apart, vanished, and ran, leaving only the echoes of their fear. Even the earth beneath his feet seemed to quake, as though hell itself recognized the power now walking its steps. As Christ pressed further into hell's dark center, the mighty gates of the abyss rose before him, massive, unbreakable, and full of terror. These weren't just doors, but ancient guards. Their surfaces were etched with wicked spells, dark energy radiating hopelessness. Around them stood grotesque sentries, demons with blade-like talons and eyes burning with wicked thirst. Their growls formed a sickening chorus in the thick air, but Jesus stood firm. His holy light blazed even brighter. With a voice like thunder from heaven, he uttered a single, sovereign word that rocked the foundations of the pit. The gates, once eternal, once sealed, groaned under his word. Cracks like spider webs spread across their face. Cursed stones crumbled, and with an explosive crash, the monstrous gates collapsed, their pieces fading into nothing. The evil guards who once seemed unstoppable now shook with terror. Their blazing eyes widened with fear as Christ's light surged forward, a flood of holiness burning through their power. With howls that ripped through the shadows, they fled, scraping at the dark to escape the glory they could not face. Jesus moved deeper into the depths, a warrior with no steel, but cloaked in divine brilliance. The fierce, evil shadows that had tried to stop him now shrank in shame, their faded forms exposed as his radiance bathed the deep. The thick air, heavy from ages of sorrow, began to stir, as though it sensed the nearness of long-lost hope. In the farthest corners of the abyss sat the faithful, their shapes dim and tired after endless years of waiting. At the sight of Christ, their faint eyes lit up with awe. His light washed over them, warm and calm, like sunrise breaking through an endless night. Fear faded, replaced by joy. Jesus reached toward them, arms open in gentle love. "You are not forgotten." His touch mended hearts long shattered, and in that instant, hopelessness gave way to a rising hope that lifted them toward freedom. Jesus began the return journey from hell, a shepherd guiding his people through hell's treacherous center. His light shined unwavering, a golden path carved through the shadows. Each step a mark of holy strength. The souls followed, once weary, now renewed, their eyes fixed on the glowing figure who had shattered their chains. The pit of hell shook with fury at losing its captives. But Jesus pressed on, fearless. His presence was a promise no evil could break. The dark forces tried one final strike. Spirit shadows twisted like snakes, lashing at the light, desperate to drag souls back into torment. But Jesus' light held firm, a shield no shadow could pass. The evil recoiled, hissing in loss, their power shattered by the holy wall that guarded his followers. The souls at last reached the edge of hell. The crushing grip of that place gave way to whispers of release. Jesus led them with perfect confidence. His light was not just a guide, but a promise. No one would be left behind. The rescued clung to this truth. Their steps quickened, their spirits lifted by a vision of the home they were promised. This dangerous mission through hell was no mere story of bravery. It was a sacred rescue. In the darkest depths, where chains clung like shadows and redemption seemed forgotten, Jesus Christ arrived as a blazing light, revealing each broken soul. Each footstep tore apart the lie of darkness's rule. His holy presence stood as proof of a love so limitless, it pierced the deepest night. His triumph wasn't just a win over the pit, but a vow that salvation and joy can rise even in the most hopeless place. From this legendary mission, Jesus rose again. His rising was a burning dawn that broke death's tight grip. This is what Easter means, a celebration written into the hearts of millions, a time to remember the Savior's victory over the night, his gift that flung wide the gates of heaven to all who trust. Easter shows that no shadow lasts forever. Faith in Jesus can guide us through darkness toward a hope that never dies. This tale teaches us the strength of unshakable trust in God's plan, a faith that won't fold to fear, but lights our lives so we can shine the same light for others. Let this story awaken deep belief in you. Place your trust in the one who conquered hell to lead us home. Look at your own path. Where can you bring light today? Share this story of hope. Live it in how you love and keep Easter's fire burning. Want more stories that lift and strengthen your faith? Follow Life of Jesus Christ for more truths that stir your soul. Join our journey, and together let's spread the light that never fades. Conclusion. So what does it mean that Jesus stormed the gates of hell? It means no place is too dark, no soul too lost, no chain too strong for the love of God. When Christ descended into the abyss, he carried not just light, but you in his heart. He shattered the silence of hell with a single word and turned despair into freedom. This is not just a story of the past. It's a living truth for today. If he could break the gates of hell, he can break through your depression, your fear, your failures, your sin. If he walked through fire for the forgotten, he will walk through your storm to reach you. The resurrection wasn't just a moment in history. It was a divine rescue that echoes through eternity. Now the light that conquered hell burns within us. Let it shine, because the same Jesus who stormed the underworld still storms the darkness for you.